It's the NFL on EA Sports. All eyes are on Mike Evans. He's putting together one of the better seasons in league history. It's the Buccaneers and the Packers, and it's coming up next on Madden.
The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13.
And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Time to see the offense for Green Bay go to work. Aaron Rodgers leading them. What a career it's been. Came into the league back in 2005 as the number 24 pick out of Cal.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost. Yeah. How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Again, it's Jones. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
Well, this defense for the Bucs, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
This one to the sideline. He's got it. A nice job to keep the feet in, but he is a bit short here of the first down. It's a gain of 6, but not enough, as he'll be forced to punt on their first drive of the game. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. This is taken at the 23. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his 2nd year in the NFL now.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Here we go.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. It's caught by Mike Evans.
On the move past the 40.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. A first carry for Leonard Fournette. The rushing numbers for Fournette from last week: 21 carries, 94 yards, and a score.
And he has 12 touchdowns on the ground this season, so you know he's a big part of their offense. They count on it, not only to score the touchdowns, but now they can play action, fake it to him, throw it out to the wide receivers, get it to other players who can also produce.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Inside handoff down to Fournette. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
He'll drop to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Rival game last week where they had 6 sacks, so a little bit more momentum here again in the first quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they continue that? How do they keep making it happen? Different looks, different disguises, different angles that they chase it.
They were so disruptive last week. We'll see what the trend is here as we go forward.
And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. Big play coming up here on 3rd down.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Fournette on the counter, and he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell us end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Packers offense here coming back out for their 2nd drive.
Yeah, they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week, and you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
The numbers for Jones last week, pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll go again to Jones. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2.
Throwing is Rodgers. Got a man, that's Richie James.
And he's going to have a Packers 1st down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
I like the call on 3rd and 2. They were geared up to stop the run. I like the fact they just hit them quick. A little slant route. All about timing there, partner.
Yeah, the timing, everything well executed. Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. That is 2nd down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
On 2nd down, it's Jones.
And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here's Rodgers to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. Bulldozes past him. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. They get 9 there, and in the process escaping their end zone, picking up a 1st down. The Buccaneers hit 9-2 to start play. They've certainly found their groove of late. Winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
A 1st carry for Rachaad White. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Now, and it's Buccaneer football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Airing this one out for Evans. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be brought down at the 27. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
And that is absolutely demoralizing for a defense because you've got the offense on the ropes. It's 3rd down. You're trying to get off the field, and then wham. You have a letdown in the secondary, and you give up a big one.
Fournette, a 1st down carry. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that point from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
This is caught by Evans. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. Fournette going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over the chalk. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
Fournette again. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. His 12th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Buccaneers drive the entire length
length of the field, 99 yards for the score.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows to 10-0. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And the man who finished it off with a run into the end zone, Leonard Fournette. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field.
Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive.
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Let's go, baby. Turn it up. Let's go. Get it now. Come on, baby. Let's go, man.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. On now is the Packers punter, as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over.
Mike Evans of the Tampa offense about to set up shop.
Making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defense, is getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Up the gut, Fournette. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll run it again with Fournette. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
I do know from experience that when you slow down on defense, and guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
They'll try and run forward with Fournette.
And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. 52 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper.
Well, that's what he can do, when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
If they're going to get a first down out of this, they're going to have to earn it because there's been tough going in the interior there. And here we are at 3rd and 1. Be prepared. Brace yourself. There'll be some contact going on.
And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. up in a short yardage, trying to pick up first downs. That big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
Minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. So they're coming up here on the 9th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw. And that's knocked away and incomplete. And now the Tampa Bay field goal unit comes out here. This just a 24-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps, and the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. They find themselves down 13-0 here as they try to get things started offensively. 1st and 10. Now Rodgers.
Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Now this throw caught left side. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Rodgers now on first down. And a quick throw here that's complete.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Rodgers to throw once more. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
Down inside the 10.
Touchdown, Packers. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Packers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 13-7. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Leonard Fournette and the rest of the Bucs offense set to take over once more.
And he's sure looking like a lock for a 1,000-yard season. Don't know if he's going to get it in this game, but he'd probably like to just to get past that point.
Yeah, and if he doesn't, as you noted, there's still time, still opportunity. There's still more games to be played. So, yeah, it's not a lot. But barring injury, it certainly looks like he's going to get there. And what an accomplishment that is. Anytime you get over 1,000 yards, you're celebrated in the NFL.
It's been quite a season. Still a couple chapters left in that book. He'll try again with the arm here on second down.
And this one caught downfield by Evans. On the move past the 40, down the left sideline. And he's going to be shoved out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer.
Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now back to throw. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at first and goal.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown. His second touchdown of the season. And the Buccaneers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now stands at 13. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards.
And Cade Otton capped things off with a touchdown grab.
The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
The Packer offense heading back for one final first half drive.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. To throw again on second down. Rodgers. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. So we've reached the intermission, and what right now?
Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Bucs with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the third quarter.
And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, in the half. I don't think they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll try and keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half. That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And he fires one that's intercepted.
And the Packers are going to take possession of the football.
That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Rodgers' throw complete here on target to Tunyon. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days.
Touchdown! Robert Tunyon, 35 yards. And the Packers take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead will shrink to 6.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. It's pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's got a man, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. And this is taken in at the 5. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Mike Evans. Career touchdown number 125. Moving into a tie with Walter Payton on the all-time list.
And the Buccaneers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
They'll try and throw for it. It's caught at the 1. And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers.
And that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
An inside give to Jones. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Rodgers. Looking for a slot man, and he's got him.
And he's going to have a Packers 1st down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a 1st down.
Throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now they'll toss to Jones running left. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. On the delay, Jones. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
They'll drop this underneath for Jones.
And they'll get this across midfield, but not nearly close to a 1st down as he stopped at the 48. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. On now is the Packers punter, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. Mike Evans and the rest of the offensive unit heading back out there now. A monster game so far, 3rd quarter. He is lighting up the stat sheet.
And so many times when you see these types of games, you hear about the quarterback, or we talk about the quarterback throwing guys open, putting it in the right spot. How about some credit for the receivers, though,
Absolutely.
who find ways to get open, whether they uncover late in a route or they get open early, but they just always find a way. And he's having that type of a game.
Yeah, he's been nearly impossible to cover. 2nd and 9 now.
A pass underneath for Fournette.
And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. Only able to gain a couple there. 3rd and 7 now.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense got pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10.
The Green Bay offense ready to take over. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw, it's Rodgers. And he's got his man out of the slot, complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
For the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
Clock showing 90 seconds to go in the 3rd. From the 39, Rodgers. James has got it, complete.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Rodgers again now. He finds his man, complete. It's James. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. They slot, he catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
From the shotgun to give to Jones. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. That good for 19 and a 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that 1st half. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown.
Aaron Jones.
A 5 35-yard touchdown run.
And the Packers are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter.
Extra point splits the uprights, and this is back to a 5-point game. So that drive goes 8 plays. And the last play in the drive was a touchdown run by Aaron Jones.
Darden now going to bring this one out of the end zone.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now we'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now at Lambeau. It's the Bucs. They've got the football. They also are in front here on the scoreboard as we start the fourth.
Here we go.
They keep it with Fournette on first down. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock, and this is second and less than a yard. Again, it's Fournette. And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
93 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
That one goes for 24 yards.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
Running left, it's Fournette. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Give him 2 yards on that one. Second and goal now.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
This Fournette territory here, and he's alone in the backfield on second and goal. He'll get it up the middle, and he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. His 14th touchdown of the year, second of the game.
And the Birds add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Point after, right down the middle, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. 7-play, 80-yard drive. And the man who finished it off with a run into the end zone, Leonard Fournette. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here.
And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical.
Rodgers now on first down. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. To throw is Rodgers. Flushed out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary. All of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next day.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Devin White able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Now, the #1 mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
He finds his man complete. That's James.
And he is going to have a Packers first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Rodgers. He finds his man complete. That's James.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
But correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to 4 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
On 1st down, Rodgers. Throw left side complete. That's James.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand the field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Rodgers looking middle, and it's incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find it. To complete that pass.
Now Rodgers got to have this one.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting.
And the Buccaneers are going to take possession of the football. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
Fournette a 1st down carry, but he'll get only a couple before defenders are there to meet him.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game. Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew there'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On 3rd down, Fournette. And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already.
Let's go now.
They'll go with a big back Fournette, and they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as he'll wind up going backwards. So now Rodgers in the pack. By 12, just under 2 minutes to go.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
Ready?
Inside handoff down to Fournette. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the 1st down carry. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. That one looks like he'll throw here. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Packers pick it up. The big fella. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And hold everything here. This one is not over yet. They return it.
Continue to fight, don't they?
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And this is back to a 5-point game. The scoop will score. Always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And the Buccaneers able to recover. Their hands team does its job. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Here's a give to Fournette. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as 2nd and 7. A handoff to Fournette. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. It doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational. So time has run out on what will be a Tampa Bay victory, and never an easy thing to do, no matter how good Green Bay is, what the year is, to come into Lambeau and get the victory, but they did it.
You're not just battling the team that you're playing that day. You're not just battling the crowd that's in attendance in that game. You're battling the history of the franchise. You're battling the ghosts that swirl around that place that help spur them on to victory. It is an unbelievable atmosphere. The most historic place in the league, and you have to make sure you stay focused on your task. Otherwise, you can get easily distracted.
Yeah, hats off to them for keeping that laser focus and getting the victory. So for Tampa Bay, they continue to be one of the best teams around as they move to 10-2.
And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Washington Commanders.
Meanwhile, for Green Bay, it was a win they needed to turn the season around, but instead they fall to 5-7, and they'll be